Welcome to class today, students. For today's warm-up activity, I would like you to tell the class one thing you did over the weekend and listen carefully to your peers. I'll begin. This weekend, I went to eat at a restaurant. What did you do this weekend?
This weekend, I went to the movie theater.
Awesome. Any other volunteers? Okay, then let's begin with the lesson. Today we will be learning about listening and listening skills. I will teach you a couple key ways that you can improve your listening abilities, and then we will watch a video where you can practice these skills. Okay. Do we have any ideas about ways that you can improve your listening skills? Any ideas? Taylor.
We can listen to music in English.
That's a really good way to improve your listening skills. How do you think that will help you?
Well, I feel like if we listen to the music and specifically listen for the words, it'll help us pull words out of the song that we know and learn new words too.
Yes, awesome. Okay, I will give you 7 other skills. Feel free to write these down. The first skill to being a good listener is to look at the person speaking. In American cultures, it is polite to maintain eye contact when someone is talking to you. Another listening skill is to nod, to show when you understand something. This way, the speaker will know that you understand what they are saying. Another listening skill that Taylor already pointed out is to pay attention to key words and vocabulary that you already know. Another skill is to use these key words and phrases to guess or infer what the meaning is. Think about it like you're a detective trying to solve a mystery, and the key words and phrases that you understand in the conversation are the clues to help you understand the bigger picture. Another way to be a good listener is to pay attention to body language, so how someone is standing, and also their tone of voice. This can give you a clue as to the meaning and mood of the conversation. Another way to be a good listener is to repeat the key phrases to show comprehension. You can say things like, "So what you are saying is," and repeat back to them what you understand. Another skill, the last skill we'll talk about today, is to ask the speaker to repeat or rephrase statements that you do not understand. You can ask things like, "I'm sorry, could you say that again?" And they will repeat whatever you did not understand the first time. Okay, so any questions or comments about key listening skills? Okay, then let's move on to the key phrases and vocabulary that I want you to pay attention to during the video that we'll be watching. So this video is about buying a house or renting an apartment. So words that you will need to know are rent. Does anyone know what rent means?
Yes. It's like the money that you pay to live in your apartment on a monthly basis.
Yes. Rental application. What do you think this could be?
probably like the application you use to get into a rental unit.
Good idea. A rental property is any property, whether it's an apartment or a home, that you pay rent to live in. A lease is the document or contract that you sign to rent a property. An apartment, do you know what an apartment is? Does everyone here know what an apartment is? Okay. Own or buy. What does own mean? You know what own means. It's when something is your own. You own it. To own a home, you have to buy or have bought this home. So those are other words, buy and bought. Some other phrases you'll hear during this video are buy a house, rent before you buy, yearly lease, month to month, and sketchy or shady. What do you think sketchy or shady means? Do you know what shade is? What's shade?
Like a shadow?
Yes. Sometimes we use this word in English along with sketchy to mean something is a little dirty or not very nice, or it makes you nervous. And sometimes we use these words to describe properties or apartments or homes that aren't in good condition. Okay, so we'll go ahead and listen to this video once through, and then afterwards we'll do another activity. So listen and pay attention for the key words we just talked about.
So before we bought this house, where were we living?
We rented before we bought the house.
Yeah, and what was that rental process like? Because for a lot of people, if you own a house, you have to also sell the house before you can buy a house, but we didn't own a house first, we were just renting. So what was that like?
Yeah, I don't know what it's like in your country, but in America, most people rent before they buy.
Yeah.
So the first thing you usually do is you fill out a rental application. So you're searching online for different properties. And I'm sure some places don't have a rental application, but that probably means that they're a little bit sketchy.
Shady.
Dirty.
Yeah, the more official it is, the better, because that means they're probably actually going to maintain your apartment. They're going to have good communication with the people who live in their rental properties. So yeah, you probably would expect to fill out some kind of rental application, and that's what we did.
And then you'll sign a lease. So this is how long you're going to rent a property. And usually it's a 12-month, so it's for a year, sometimes it's 6 months. In our particular situation, it started out for a year.
Yeah, we had a year lease first.
And then it was month to month, meaning that we just paid month by month and we could leave whenever we wanted.
Yeah.
As long.
Okay. Good job. Now for our activity, I'm going to pass out this worksheet with the list of key words and phrases we just went over. And I'd like you to circle the words that you hear during the conversation. All right. Okay, ready? Here we
So
go.
before we bought this house, where were we living?
We rented before we bought the house.
Yeah, and what was that rental process like? Because for a lot of people, if you own a house, you have to also sell the house before you can buy a house, but we didn't own a house first, we were just renting. So what was that like?
Yeah, I don't know what it's like in your country, but in America, most people rent before they buy.
Yeah.
So the first thing you usually do is you fill out a rental application. So you're searching online for different properties. And I'm sure some places don't have a rental application, but that probably means that they're a little bit sketchy,
Shady.
shady, dirty.
Yeah, the more official it is, the better, because that means they're probably actually gonna maintain your apartment. They're gonna have good communication with the people who live in their rental properties. So yeah, you probably would expect to fill out some kind of rental application, and that's what we did.
And then you'll sign a lease. So this is how long you're going to rent a property. And usually it's a 12-month, so it's for a year, sometimes it's 6 months. In our particular situation, it started out for a year,
Yeah, we had a yearly lease first.
and then it was month to month, meaning that we just paid month by month and we could leave whenever we wanted.
Yeah.
Okay, good job. Now for our final activity, I want to know what you understood. So at the bottom of your worksheet, please write at least 2 sentences summarizing the conversation you listened to. All right, does anyone need any more time? Okay, when you're finished, go ahead and pass the papers to the front of the class and I will collect.